Welcome to Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. Two spirits navigating dating in a meat eater's world.
Yes. Hello out there in podcast world.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. And we are your hosts. I am Miyama
and I'm Pendu.
And yes, this is the journey of two plant-based souls in love, in their quest for equilibrium through food, knowledge, and relationship.
In a world
full of carnivores.
Exactly.
Everything in balance and moderation.
Exactly.
That's right.
How's your evening?
It's going good. Feels good. Another hot sunny day in the A.
It was warm, but not just warm, but humid.
Yes, very humid. Have you got used to that yet?
I mean, this is where I'm from, the East Coast originally, so
yeah.
You mean getting reacclimated? I was in the desert for so long that now I'm like, moisture, what is this?
Yeah.
It's good for the skin, but it doesn't feel good.
Takes a minute. Takes a minute to reacclimate, I guess.
Just gotta learn how to breathe and breathe through it all.
Cool. But you had a pretty good week, though?
Yeah, very eventful. Very eventful. Ooh.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Well, here we are again to do it again. All right.
Always great to be here.
Yes. And as always, we have some good combo in store. Many surprises, thrills, and chills, of course.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of segues from last week. This one's a nice little segue if you were with us last time.
Yeah. I think this is a good segue, and it's something that needs to be done.
It really does. And it's with love. Just know that. Some of the wording, some of what we might say might sound kind of, that was just so upfront, so blunt.
Yeah.
But it's with love.
Yeah. I mean, equilibrium, right? You got to take the medicine with the honey, like they say, the honey with the medicine, equilibrium.
Exactly.
Right? You got to have all that.
And everything's by entertainment purposes only. We are not doctors.
Of course, yes. None of this is for entertainment purposes only. None of what we say here, of course, can be taken as medical advice. Please see your practitioner, medical professional who takes care of that. And make sure you do that. Make sure you handle that. So again, we're here. This podcast is brought to you by Push It Forward Media Group. Shout out to Push It Forward Media Group.
Shout out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And in conjunction with Sassner Kepler Movement and Kim Shim Nater Inc. Yes. All right. So of course, you can find Plant-Based with Love on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. All the places where podcasts are found.
There you go.
Yeah. And you want to drop your tag move?
Oh, yeah. Those of you that are my active movers, you might want to check out Pendu at Pendu Dance and at Afro_sexy. I do a little performing, a little teaching, a little educating. So check those out.
Got a show coming out, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's for my West Coasters in Las Vegas, but I'll be live streaming it as well. So everybody can see from everywhere.
Cool. Well, yeah. Hey, why don't we just dive right in then? So
dive in.
Hey, the today's podcast is called Someone Please Call 911. Someone please call 911.
Oh, that was a song. Yes.
Yeah, that was a song. Are black people in a health state of emergency?
As a collective.
Yeah.
There are those that are like, excuse me, I'm okay. But as a collective, and we need to stick together, we need to help our fellow brothers and sisters.
Yeah. I mean, I would say yeah.
Yes.
I would say yeah. I mean, it's some...
in this country. We can speak for this country only.
This country.
We can't speak for the other continents.
Right. From what we see.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of things that are going on in other countries too.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, I wouldn't speak since we weren't, we're not living in their everyday presence.
Right.
So we're speaking about America for right now.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but just in general though, when you think about health and you think about black people, Like you don't necessarily, if you were good to Google like the picture of health, like black people ain't really coming up.
Well, some of that, don't you feel like is a little bit socially constructed?
Of course.
I don't think some people want us to look like we're the healthy ones.
No. When you got competition, you definitely want to, you definitely don't want to give the competition, I guess, any pride.
Exactly. So some of that
ammunition, it's like a chessboard, right?
Right.
You gotta have the mind game going on.
So
that's the other part, along with the chess pieces, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have the mental game going on.
Right. So that's another whole topic in itself.
Yeah. Most definitely. So, but yeah, I mean, black people in America, we can limit it,
Northern
to
Western Hemisphere, we can say.
Yeah, I mean,
it's everywhere.
It's a lot of trouble going on.
No, it's trouble everywhere. But I guess we're only saying
like Bob Marley said, so much trouble in the world.
In the world. I mean, I guess what I'm stressing is that some of the dietary issues here stem from the, colonization, and not everywhere had the same, the history of like slavery, which affected our diet.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean when I say that it's not all the same.
Yeah. I mean, we can stick with, like I say, mostly our experiences.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, let's and let's just look at the facts. Mm-hmm. Some of the facts, and when I was going through and just researching for the show,
goodness.
Yeah,
it's on the CDC website actually too. These numbers are not good.
CDC website, and just there are man. Shout out to like the healthcare workers, the people on the front line, people that's doing their thing out there, that are on the front line of the health crisis for black people. The doctors, the herbalists, the people that are out there trying to do the work to heal our people.
Exactly,
healing is a must.
It's a must.
Healing, it's actually, to me, I would say that yes, the emergency is so bad that like you have to have a healing protocol. You need to have a healing protocol anyway, because we live in such a toxic world, right?
Yeah. How many chemicals in the atmosphere itself?
Yeah.
Just
I was reading something. It was like it's over 100,000 toxins.
So even when you're healthy, you're still not healthy.
Oh no, you breathe air, right?
It's like you still can't get away from it.
You breathe air, right? Yeah. I mean, the car exhaust fumes and chemicals from plastics and
it's too much.
Yeah. It's almost like everything, right? It's like
in this industrialized world.
Now,
if you go to an island someplace, I'm sure I'll never forget, not to change topics.
Yeah.
But living 3 months on an island, which I've done, that's another whole story we'll talk about another time. My perspiration was different because I was in an environment that didn't have any chemicals. I was riding a bike every day. I wasn't in a car. Just everything, even the fruit tasted different. Everything was just different because your environment changes. So that's why I say that now we have to start to, zone in on who we're speaking of, because those on the islands are definitely doing a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, we can zone in, but looking at some of these facts, like I say, just going back to it, I saw one, just throw a couple of them out there. This is some of the black health facts, and you can check out some of these online too if you hashtag black health facts.
Yes.
This is one of the websites I use for research for this show. One of the alarming ones was like African American men are 60% more likely to have liver cancer.
Wow.
Than non-Hispanic white men.
Wow.
And we all know like the liver is your longevity, right?
Yes.
Your liver, if your liver goes, boy,
Wow. All these numbers, if you look at these numbers, and basically you can go on the website and check for yourself, but it just shows that everything from minority, young kids to teens, women, men, if they just keep comparing, you see the higher numbers of obesity, of heart disease, of heart attack. It's always higher on the non-Hispanic black people.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, of course, it's a couple of ways you can look at this, right? All right. Health emergency. When you look at also one of the key factors in health, right, is stress.
Oh, no, not even food.
Right. Before we even get to the food, we know this is a food show. We talk about food. We talk about relationships.
Right. But,
You know, even before we get to the food, I mean, stress and dealing with stress, which most of your stress probably come from relationships. So I think you're probably covering this still in our wheelhouse, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
some stress is passed down, I feel.
Well, yeah.
Generational stress.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's how you deal with it, but still, I feel like, aren't we passing down traumas to the next generation? And unless you break it.
Yeah. I think even Dr. Joy DeGruy was talking about like post-traumatic slave syndrome and how there are studies that traumas and things like that can be passed on through DNA.
Yeah, unless you're doing something really drastic to stop it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you think about it, you just remember the even like, I don't even think like even in the West do we really understand like just what memory is, right? Memories are never forgotten.
Right.
Just
they're put somewhere else.
Even spiritually, like your mind, body, soul, however you want to call it, your makeup doesn't forget anything that ever happened to you.
Wow.
So, you know, if that is imprinted in your DNA, and then you have a child, and
so now
they carry all of your memories. I mean,
so there you go.
That's really what the concept of the ancestors is. You know, we carry all the memories forward.
Yeah.
Now the thing is how you deal with it.
Exactly. The response to everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not what happens to you.
It's how you respond.
It's how you respond. But yeah, so I guess when like I said, if you were to go from like the first level, stress, are Black people under a lot of stress?
Absolutely. Well, see, and that's another whole, again, social construction of, oh my goodness, so many topics there.
Are we under a lot of stress? Now, there's two ways you can look at it. Are we under a lot of stress because, yes, the social construct, racism, we getting shot down in the streets. The traumas that are constantly played out, social media, the constant traumas that are played out on the news, right? Last to be hired, first to be fired.
Yeah. Maybe just having or not having.
Having or not having, right? Music and film industry that don't necessarily give good images of us. You know, that prideful images that we could take pride in.
Exactly.
That give us, high self-esteem in ourselves. And especially when you think about like all of your behavior comes from like your self-image.
Yeah.
And if you're not having a good image of yourself, that can bring on stress too.
Yeah. So see, stress is a big one. Stress is almost going to.
We might need a stress show.
Yeah, it might be all about stress because stress can.
And how to deal with it.
Yeah, you can actually eat probably a raw food diet, and if you're stressed, then you might as well it's not going to help.
You're preaching with it. Oh man, I wish we need an amen button.
Yeah, seriously. It's like if you're stressed and you're like, but I eat raw food all the time, but you're still stressed though.
Yeah. You might as well go eat the steak.
Pretty much.
If you're gonna be stressing.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there is a hormone that your body releases when you're stressed. It's the fight or flight hormone. It's called cortisol, right? And if any of my researchers out there, our plant-based Lovians out there, if you're out there, we probably need to come up with something for our
definitely
fan base.
Oh, we definitely
we're working on that.
I like that. Lovians, no.
My plant-based with Lovians out there. Hey, if you ever just Google cortisol and like
see what happens.
The hundreds of things that it does to your body when it gets released in your stress. I mean, everything from throwing off, a
woman's cycle.
Right, throwing off your cycle, raising, of course, your blood pressure. Some of those like obvious ones. Raising your blood pressure up.
Your sleep pattern has changed.
Right, the sleep patterns change. Throwing off the enzymes in your body, throwing off your liver. Of course, weight gain. It's like
weight loss for some.
When you're weight loss for some. killing your appetite. It's just so many things, like constricting your arteries. It's so many things that, of course, when you're under stress for a long period of time, like cortisol is supposed to be just for like quick action.
Right.
Is really what it's for.
Not for
long term. Like, so when you got this cortisol pumping through your hormone, anyway, just look up cortisol. It pretty much destroys your body from the inside out and eats your body because it's not supposed to be in your body for a long period of time.
Exactly.
So yes, if you're living under a lot of stress, yes, hey, it's being black, yes, that just baseline borderline can destroy your health.
Absolutely.
Clearly.
And then on top of that, now the things that people are ingesting.
Of course, and of course, and then I guess the other side of that, right? Not knowing how to deal with the stress.
Exactly. You have to have some kind of
not having a healing
plan.
protocol, right? And not knowing how to deal with stress, and that will come into play too. Of course, your mindset. Maybe your spiritual or your philosophy, life philosophy, right? And even just knowing that things stress is even how you look at things, right? Is the stress in the thing or is the stress from you?
Right.
So I mean, it's all kind of ways. It is all kind of ways. But anyway, just having a philosophy that can relieve your stress, definitely, or having a protocol that can relieve you some stress. So yes, if we definitely as black people, that's definitely going to be key moving forward. Is we need as a whole to learn how to deal with stress and just emotions in period, and being able to talk about emotions and being able to relieve ourselves of stress. That'll definitely be help us in this emergency situation.
Absolutely.
Black adults are 20% more likely to experience serious mental health problems.
Oh, mental health is a whole nother topic.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Mental health and diet.
Yeah, those are just topics in itself. But yeah, if your mental health is not on, oh my goodness.
Major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder. Yeah, I mean, heck. My mental health was affected just reading these stats. Black Americans who smoke are nearly 2.5 times more likely to have a stroke than those who never smoke.
What about the alcohol?
Alcohol.
Because that's a big one.
This one hurt. Cardiovascular diseases kill nearly 50,000 Black American women annually.
Wow. And now, you know what? Can I say something about that? Whew. To my sisters, when a lot of that comes from not wanting to sweat because of the hair. Now that's not everybody.
Yeah.
Hear me again. I didn't say everybody, but some women, and I grew up with that. Now I didn't really do too much of the perming, but I still know many of my sisters out there, and a lot of them are just stay away from any kind of physical activity because, oh no, my perm will get sweat out. Now that's starting to die out. I see the natural hairs coming back, and I'm so happy. Right? But there are those, and that's why I don't know these numbers, but I wonder if that has a part, because I really remember growing up. And oh no, I'm just not gonna go to the gym because my hair. Or I'm not gonna go swimming because my hair. I'm not gonna do this because my hair.
Yeah.
So just adding that in there.
Well, yeah, no, that's a big one. That's a big one. Vanity. I mean, if we're gonna live a balanced life, right? We're talking about equilibrium.
Yeah.
You gotta balance that, right?
You must.
I mean, the vanity with your health is
it has to be both. Don't let go of one for the other.
Shucks. You be looking good in the casket.
Exactly. So when you say the cardiovascular health, that's lack of you not doing anything to let your heart pump because you don't want to sweat.
You need that cardio.
Exactly.
Right. Speaking of that, you're a personal trainer, right?
Oh yeah. I know I'm a woman of many different trades. But yeah, that's at Pendu Dance. That's his old DM. DM me right there.
Hey, yeah. So if you need to get your heart pumping, you need to get your workout on. Hit up my love. She can get you right.
Oh, thank you.
You actually train a celebrity.
Oh, I do. I'm very humble about it. But yes, there's a little few celebrities on my, on my roster.
Hey, yeah, there we go. Yeah. You ain't got to be mine.
They're people. They're people, and I like to keep their privacy. They like the fact that I act like they're just like anybody else. They probably love it. They're like, oh, she act like I'm just regular. Yes, I do.
See, that's the balanced approach to it. A lot of times people like that.
They just feel like they finally can be themselves.
Yeah.
No one's asking for an autograph or a picture. It's just regular old. Here you are. Here I am. Let's get this workout.
Right. And they can be comfortable, man. You get them, and then the good thing about that though, and the main thing is that you get results.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's why they like me.
That's right. So yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things. The emergency that we're in. Yes, we need to address stress. We need to have more healing protocols. We need to have a better philosophy when it comes to health and seeing ourselves healthy. Trying to break the generational curses.
I'm sorry. Can I say something about generational curses? Keep going with that. A lot of things we don't break is because we feel like, my so-and-so, my grandma's grandma did this. We just don't want to go. Keep going.
No,
go.
No,
just a lot of this. A lot of you do what your mama did, or you do what my mama's mama did this.
Yeah.
Or, this recipe of whatever we eating is because of my daddy's grandpa. We are beautiful people of keeping traditions, but we keep some traditions that don't need to be kept.
Oh yeah, again, balance, right?
Right, but how do we let it go? I feel like as a collective, a lot of us take it as that's our people and our culture, and I love that about us. But then we don't know when to let it go.
It's got to be balanced, though. You can balance tradition with, with science and what new things that have come along. You can balance tradition with what's good for your health,
and that's what
new information that you take in.
Yes,
that matches scientific discoveries that can make your life better.
And how do we help those that they really don't want to see? I know we both understand and have family that you can speak like this, but they're like, no, but my mama's mama did this. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone just don't want to hear you.
It's tough. I mean, when you become an adult, right? Your brain patterns are set.
Yeah.
Your brain patterns are set. It's really hard to reprogram your brain patterns once they're set. What they call it, your neural network or whatnot.
Yeah.
It's hard to reprogram that.
And that's something I think that we have to help each other with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, are we sympathetic to our brothers and sisters? Are we understanding enough? And are we helping each other enough?
No.
That's my wonder.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that it's just not talked about enough. Like if at every family reunion.
Oh, see what are we eating? What are they eating?
Every funeral.
Hello. Even just going to church.
Every church service.
Graduations, parties. We can go down a list.
Right. If there was just at least a small conversation. I'm not saying kill all the fun.
Right.
We want to get together. We want to have a party. We want to enjoy each other. But there's at some point in the conversation, like health should come to the table.
Right.
Like, hey, well, what are you doing?
Right.
For your health protocol? Hey, you exercise, and hey, you want me to come jog with you? Hey, let's hit the gym sometime. Hey, let's do some qigong. Hey, let me help you with that. Or, hey, I just found this new vegetable recipe or something, hey, check out this blog, check out this book I'm reading, hey, I got this good supplement. Hey, I mean, it should be conversations like that. I mean, we got group texts and group chats where we can share plenty of videos, right?
So we share some health things. Yeah. But I feel like you said something. A lot of people don't think that people like us are like, we're not fun. So I feel like that we have to probably get better at sharing this knowledge in a more fun way, maybe. Because think about it, when people talk about health, they're like, oh, they're just gonna ruin the fun. So it's like, how can we still be fun, but still give this information that's important, but we're not coming to ruin the fun?
Well, I mean, but again, fun is what you make it, though.
Like
I think living is fun.
Hello. Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, having movement in my joints and,
Right.
being able to, like, see your kids grow up.
Right. We don't take any medications here. We're both,
Not taking medication is fun.
Yes. We're not spring chickens anymore. And look, no one's on no medication. Hello?
Well, I'm just saying. So are black people in the health emergency? So let's
Absolutely.
let's walk back to it. Let's just me and you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just talk about the people in our family, right? Not that we're talking about them.
No, we're just saying some facts.
The signs of an emergency.
Yes.
That in our immediate.
When you see,
I can say I know, like, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going.
No, cancer.
Oh,
It's been running through my family.
Right. And we think it's something that, it's because it's in my family. People think that. It's not that. It's called, are you doing the same thing that they were doing?
Well, whether, I like that whole heredity thing.
I don't buy it fully. And I feel like
some of it, I would just say it's a small percentage.
There you go.
It's mostly habits.
Habits that are passed down. Exactly.
Habits, and I would say the toxins in the environment too, because that's big too.
Yeah.
A lot of toxins in the environment. But then again, the habits and how you deal with the toxins too.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there a habit of detoxing?
I actually have seen it in my face. I can say, and without naming any names, but I'm just going to use my father. Father's 73 years old. Takes nothing. He takes nothing because he doesn't need anything. And some say, whoa, but people at your age. And he's like, well, I don't do those things. So that's right there showing.
Your father's
Thank you.
Shout out to your father.
Yes. Oh, Oba. I love my name.
Shout out to Oba.
So, but yeah.
But no. What we just skip over that. Your father is like,
he really runs. He still runs. He's still climbing trees. He's still doing whatever a 35-year-old can do. Pretty much.
He like runs miles and stuff like.
Absolutely. Yeah. But what did he do? He did not continue the tradition.
But he's fast. Didn't he fast
for like 200 days when I was 1?
Okay.
There's a picture of him. He's 110 pounds, holding me as a baby, but he's 110 pounds.
Yeah, I remember that.
He said it wasn't about the physical. He was all spiritual about that. Yeah. But basically, he said, I'm breaking the generational curses. He's not continuing the habits that were before him. And what's sad is a lot of his family, there are many people that have passed away, and people accepted him too. But he's like, no, I just don't do those things.
Yeah.
So I've seen it for me, that it's really more like you said, the habits that are passed.
Yeah.
Not it's my genetics, so I'm going to definitely catch this because my mama had it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even that mindset is a defeatist. You're starting out defeated with a defeating mindset, like just saying, "Oh,
my daddy had it, so I'm gonna have it."
Right,
exactly.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you go back to the word disease, right? I mean, it's a state of disease, right? And that it all starts with the mind. I mean, health is wealth, man.
Whew.
Health is wealth. I would say
we're wealthy right now, aren't we?
Man, well, I would just say, like, any of those millionaires, bazillionaires, gazillionaires would give all of their money if they could be healthy.
Exactly.
That's what they sick. I mean, shout out to Steve Jobs.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he totally would love to.
Right? All that money he had, but and then he just, he left it, man. But yeah, you would give all your money. To be healthy.
Exactly. So health is really wealth. It really is.
Yeah. So I mean, if you just look at it, obesity, high blood pressure, cancer,
diabetes.
Yeah,
these things are not. Oh, the diabetes one. I've been told. My family's like, oh, you know that you might get diabetic, and I'm like, no, and I'm still not.
Right.
Because because your daddy or your mama or your whatever. Yeah.
Well, the good thing about it is that yes, you may have diabetes, but there are ways to make it better, right? Absolutely. Through diet. High blood pressure too. Though there are ways to combat it with diet.
Yes.
And exercise. Obesity too.
All of that.
You can attack those. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's really going back to. As a collective, we have to do better with, like you said, we have to try our best to add the science into the traditions, because I really feel like I see it over and over and over again. We're like, no, this is my Creole family eats this, or or my people from Alabama eat like this.
Some of these traditions we gotta look at though.
Yeah, like why are they a tradition?
Right, and you have to re-examine traditions because some traditions are attached to our traumas.
Oh yes, preach.
Because when I look at black people traditions and what we call traditions today may come from an interrupted process of where we may have had some original traditions
exactly
that were a lot more scientific that were taken away because of the interruption, exactly. The trauma that we went to. So that takes some re-examining.
Yeah, like soul food. All you have to do is realize, okay, that goes way back to slavery. Slave master didn't want to eat that and said, oh, I'm going to throw all these things to the, down there so they can eat it. So we embraced it.
Scraps.
We had to survive. Our ancestors had to survive.
Yeah.
So why did we continue thinking, oh, we're going to keep eating chitlins, we're going to keep eating ham hocks or whatever?
Survival mode.
And so now there's no need to eat those things.
Survival mode, I mean.
But now it's not about survival. Now it's like, you don't need to eat that. You're here. Eat something else.
They call it comfort food.
Yeah. And I feel like that right there needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
Or evaluated, I'll say.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the process of healing. I think the healing that will come to Black America, just Black people in general, will come from asking those tough questions like that. Asking those questions like, where are we? Where do we need to go? Where do we want to go?
Exactly.
Is health a priority? Yes, it is.
Yeah. And you can just look. Here's another one where you can see that in this country there's a problem. When you just look around and you people watch and you see so many people that look unhealthy, obese, I'll say. But now, let's say you step out of this country, you go to another country where there's Black people, a lot of them are not looking the same. They're looking a lot more fit. And I'm just not going to generalize, but I'm saying that there's this country.
So you're saying that when in your travels, you're saying in
yes, when I've gone
for the most part, Black people, they
like when I'll use an example. Jamaica, barely saw anybody who was overweight because they're doing village life things. I'm talking about the village. I usually tend to go to villages. I'm not really into going to, I'm from a city, so I don't travel to another city. So I didn't go to Kingston. I went to like Ocho Rios. When I was in Honduras, I'm naming, and I can keep going down the list, but places that are Black people heavy, Ghana, South Africa, Brazil. And you get what I'm saying? Like really
the more active lifestyle.
Oh my gosh. And their food was just more organic, I'm not saying they had to be plant-based, but definitely like, you can tell that food was more real. So I feel like their whole way of life is a little different. That's why I say that this whole health emergency may not be worldwide for Black people, but it's definitely an issue here.
Yeah.
So we need to evaluate ourselves as a collective.
Yeah, just as a collective, because even without like all the processed food and the sedentary lifestyle, you got other factors. That could, be a danger. I mean, it's dangerous to be Black, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Wherever you at.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
But you said something else about processed food. Doesn't that also apply to us plant-based people? Because there's plant-basters that they're plant-based, but they're processed, and I don't know how good that is. Now, yes, if you're transitioning, I understand. I always say you get a 3-month leeway. Do your thing. But then you need to eat real food after that.
Yeah.
But what
so
do you
mean the transition diet?
Like, let's say you eat straight meat, you're a carnivore, and now you want to be plant-based.
Yeah.
So you're going to eat all the Impossible Burgers. I think that's okay if that's making your palate change.
Yeah.
If that's like giving you some comfort in in January I was eating just all meat, and now by April I want to be plant-based. Yeah. Maybe you might need the Impossible Burger. Maybe you might need all those different kinds of Franks and all the process, but I don't think that should be a long term. It's not healthy.
Yeah, the processed food, vegan versus the whole food, more the whole foods and
so this is the problem. I think that there are some plant-based processed people who think that they are just doing the thing
whole
and
food, plant-based.
Yeah, and they're like they have high sodium, and so they're still having issues with like, wait, but I still got high cholesterol. Wait, I still have high blood pressure because processed food is bad.
Yeah.
So I just say do that as your transition if you're eating meat to become plant-based. But the real food is always the way.
Oh yeah. All energy is solar energy. Mm-hmm. Not to get too deep. Mm-hmm. So the closer you eat something that closest to the sun.
Exactly.
You get getting that good energy, that good solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
Less your body has to do to it, right?
Right. So processed food is kind of just as bad as any processed food.
Well, if you think about it, like, okay, so food, right? If we're eating scientifically, we're eating for the best fuel for our body. Meat is just one of the most processed things on this planet.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you don't run from one processed thing to like just a whole bunch of other processed things. To me, in my mind, I'm just thinking logically, like, right. So yeah, of course, everything in moderation.
Exactly.
You gotta grab a burger sometime. Right. You on the go, right? I need something.
Right.
Quick and basic,
Right. And we're sympathetic to those that are transitioning.
Oh, and the transition
because
too.
I don't know what that feels like.
But actually, man, there are a lot of good burger recipes. Make your own burgers.
Well, some people are lazy. Sorry.
Yeah,
being honest.
Well, I mean, they got an active lifestyle. They're on the move. But again, like we say, everything in balance, right? Yes. You need to still take some time sometime and just get in that kitchen, man. Yeah. Whip it up, man.
Well, if you're plant-based, you should know how to cook. Or it's
you're
not
going to need
work.
to.
Or you're going to be raw foodie. But even when you're raw food, you still got to know how to make. You got to know how to use the processor, the thing that dries out the, what do you call it?
Dehydrator?
The dehydrator. Yeah. You're still not fully free. You have to do something.
Yeah, you got to do something sometime. But nah, man, don't be afraid, man, to get in that kitchen, man, and mix it up, man. Mm-hmm. You got no excuse. You got YouTube, you got Pinterest, you got heck TikTok, you got
exactly.
You got resources out here. Hey, you got this show. Eventually, our goal is to have a whole database where we're gonna highlight different plant-based chefs doing their thing. We're gonna have a lot of resources for our the plant-based Willovians out there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can you can come to our social media and get some get some good for your brain. Mm-hmm. And then eventually it'll be in your stomach too.
Hello. You know well, with what you just said, it sounds like you were talking about some recipes. Oh. Don't we have recipe of the week?
Oh, yeah, of course. As always, we always have a recipe of the week and a remedy for the week. So I think this week we're gonna hit them with those jerk mushrooms.
Oh, can I tell you guys, it's the best ever. If you love spicy food like I do, it is the best thing ever. Okay, why don't you tell about what do you use in this?
Well, I mean, it can be any mushrooms of your choice. I like the baby bellas. Mm-hmm. White mushrooms are good, of course.
And the jerk sauce. Oh. Yeah,
the jerk sauce. You want to find your jerk sauce, of course. I like the wet jerk. They got the dry jerk seasoning too, but it just don't.
It's not the same.
Don't have the same pizzazz to it. So you get some of the wet jerk. You get it in a little bottle. You can find it usually on your international aisle of a grocery store. Of course, if you go to the real, Jamaican
store or something, right?
Grocery store or international store of your choice, you can find it. The wet jerk too. Usually
it's so good.
But yeah, you just throw them things in the pan with some oil,
olive oil, coconut oil. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, some peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
Those are yours.
Another world.
Yes.
When you put peppers, onions, and mushrooms together,
it's just heaven.
It's like
it's just heaven.
It's like the Holy Trinity.
There you go. Literally.
Cuisine. I mean, it almost can make everything else taste good. You know, of course, you throw a little garlic and scallions if you want.
See, my love right here knows how to cook.
But you just let that saute down. Usually with the wet jerk, you cut it with like a vinegar. Your choice. You could take a little teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and just cut it up a little bit. That way it's not like just burning your face off. That's if you get the hot. Now, for those who, want to, you can't necessarily ride the hot roller coaster.
Mild.
You could get the mild version.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just joking.
So, of course, if you have any aversion to like heat, you can get the mild version.
Yeah.
And but it's still good though.
Good.
But yeah, that Walker's Wood, man. The Walker's Wood wet jerk is like amazing.
It's the
bomb. Shout out to Walker's Wood. And you mix that up in there. Just let it saute down. It was really gonna do its own thing. You put the wet jerk seasoning in there with the mushrooms and the onions and the peppers, and of course you can serve it
with rice.
Yeah, some jasmine rice, maybe.
Delicious.
Or some brown rice, or mixture of quinoa.
Couscous or quinoa.
There you go. And,
for those that like texture, mushrooms just do it for you. It's giving you that meaty texture, I think.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I think.
Yeah, you never had.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but it's a very, very similar texture.
Okay.
For sure.
Mushrooms are amazing.
Yeah. Mushrooms ain't very, very good for the immune system too.
There you go.
Very good for the immune system. They say like the immune system is very similar to the way mushrooms grow.
Oh, eat your mushrooms.
So keep some mushrooms, family. Most definitely. And
the remedy. What's that remedy? I think I just had some.
Oh, the remedy of the week. Remedy of the week. Well, yeah. Hey, ginger, man.
It's delicious too.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger is great.
Tastes good in your tea, ginger tea, and it's very spicy.
Yeah. What's some of the benefits of ginger? You know some of the benefits of ginger?
I think it helps with stomach ailments. I know when I used to have a bellyache, my mama would always put some ginger in my tea.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Ginger. Remember when you was growing up, ginger ale.
Yeah. Well, see, for me, it was more just an actual ginger.
I remember when the pandemic first hit, and they were saying black people, black grandmothers all around the world. It was some meme or something.
Oh goodness.
She had the Superman. And a bottle of ginger ale.
I was like, that's gonna sell.
The bottle of ginger ale, I think, had a Superman cape on it. It was gonna
do something.
But I mean, ginger ale was like the cure all.
Well, I mean, ginger.
It's something to it though. But yeah, ginger in itself. I mean, but that's what our old wives tell that hey, you sick? Go in there and get that ginger ale.
That's true.
Come from because just ginger has just some great healing properties.
It's probably in your cabinet right now.
Well, yeah, and it's very readily inaccessible. But yeah, so ginger is good for stomach aches, nausea,
gastrointestinal problems.
$10 word. Gastrointestinal problems. It's great for circulation. It is even good for blood flow. It tastes great.
It's nice, delicious. Spicy, for those that like spice.
Flavor to it. It's even good for bad breath.
Oh wow, halitosis.
I don't know if you know anybody out there, that might be a little tough to talk to.
I'll give them some ginger.
Yeah, might just slip a little ginger in their drink.
Help them out.
Help them out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So ginger, man, get up on some ginger, man. It cleans the blood out.
Do your own research. We just telling you what we found.
Yeah. No, ginger, man. Ginger's a powerhouse, man. Did you know that even ginger is like has been a remedy for thousands of years. Well, of course, you know, thousands of years, right?
Oh yeah, I feel like
ginger was like one of the first medical books that was written in the world talked about ginger.
See, look at that. Look at that. I believe
it's like
it.
the medical papyri, I think, of ancient Egypt.
I believe it. See, do your research. That's what we tell you.
Yeah.
See what we find when you do research.
Oh yeah. Scientific life.
And that, to me, is my concluding factor right there. Is that as a collective, just read more. Don't go by what someone says. If someone tells you something, go check it out for yourself. Because I think that we're not saying you have to be like us and be plant-based, but you got to be more plants in your diet. Just more plants in your diet.
Yeah. I mean, plants. Yeah. I mean, you know, even just speaking on just antioxidants, right? We'll just talk about antioxidants real quick before we get out of here. Antioxidants, when you think of like cancers and you think of or why a cell turns cancerous, right, is because it's the way that it processes oxygen.
Exactly.
Or oxidation.
Okay, there we go.
Whatnot. Another $10 word. But so when you know basically the way it's processing oxygen, you got free radicals, right? And these free radicals mess with the cells, right? And basically fill it with toxins, and then the cell becomes cancerous, right? So you have these things that bust up all of that.
See?
Called antioxidants.
Exactly.
Right? So antioxidants come in and they kick out all of the toxins out of the cells and allow them to, you know, breathe.
See?
Pretty much. So and then of course oxygen, they can filter everything out correctly, and then the body, and then all is well. So ginger is full of antioxidants. And just antioxidants, period.
In general.
Antioxidants
in your body.
Into your body. They kill the free radicals. Those are the things that cause cancer and cause things to go haywire in your body. So antioxidants, you know, that's another. Google that.
Yep.
And eat all the foods that have all the antioxidants.
Yes, just implement that into your life and you will see a change.
Yes, you will. So so hey.
But so we see that as a collective, we have work to do.
We got work to do.
You know.
But we're not alone, man. There's strength in numbers.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, shout out to the health professionals out there. Shout out to the healers, the herbalists,
all of you,
the acupuncturists,
all of you,
you know, all the natural medicine, the homeopaths
all
out there,
practitioners.
Like, you know, we need to band together, man. We need to heal our people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, really, they're you know, black health facts. Like, we need to. There needs to be a movement.
And we'll lead by example.
Healing.
Because I feel like we lead by example. I have friends that teased me 25 years ago, and those same people are now plant-based because they've watched me do my thing. Yeah. You know, and I didn't have to prove anything. So I feel like a lot of us keep doing you and do it well, and hopefully others will just jump on the bandwagon because they see how well you're doing.
Of course.
So leading by example is another way too.
Leading by example is great. That's always the best way. The gentle approach.
Exactly.
It's a very balanced approach, of course. But two, we also got to spread the word. Oh,
talk. Oh, trust me, I used to do a lot of that.
You know,
I had to tone down.
Even if it's in a gentle way, like a podcast,
right?
Or just sharing some health facts. You know, knock on your neighbor door, give them some vitamin C.
Yeah, offer a little bit of your food.
You know, I don't know. I'm just, you know, but I just think that even this pandemic has just taught that, like, your health, taking care of your health, not only is a duty to yourself, but it's even a duty to, like, the next guy.
Exactly. Because think about it. We all did it. Then what? See, it's like we all did it. Then everybody's good.
Right.
So please think about that's how you think about the whole. I don't know why folks don't get that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because like, again, Western world, we separate everything.
Yeah, not realizing that we are all one.
Right. No, every man is an island. But anyway, hey, I think this has been a pretty good show, though. What you think, babe?
Absolutely.
I think we hit the bases.
I think we did. I just know that people have to
all around the world.
We did, but you know what? Collectively, again, we have work to do, and so do your work. Do your individual work.
And if you need help, hey, reach out to us.
Exactly.
I'm Shep, the comedic PB on Instagram.
And I'm Pendu at Pendu Dance.
Right. If you got questions, hit us up.
Absolutely. Because we are open books.
Right. We'll help. I mean, if you got like I said, we're not health professionals. But we know people. We
consult your doctor.
Hey, any health professionals out there, any herbalists, any acupuncturists, any let's make a coalition. Link with us. We'll, maybe we can share your information for the people out there.
Absolutely.
Plant-based with Love Land, and we can start a database or something to
every little bit helps.
Right to help our people, because it is a health emergency. We need to be sounding the alarm. Especially people who have platforms and who are have a place that they can speak. If there's a microphone, somebody need to be saying, hey, do a health check on your friends.
Something, exactly, because we all did family. Something. Exactly.
Share some vitamin C.
Yep. It's really that. We all do something, then guess
we all
what?
did our part.
Then
right?
it's to
fight the battle. I mean, it's every little bit counts, right?
Absolutely.
To win the war, right? So I think we did that.
Yes, and so we send all this with love.
Of
Just
course.
know that, all with love.
Oh no, love is the main thing. Love, hey. I think I read a good thing that says that love is the most healing force in the universe. So that's the basis.
Yes, that's absolutely the basis.
Love is what's gonna get us through this. So
absolutely.
So is there a Black health emergency? Yes. Sound the alarm, but it's okay. We're gonna get through it, and the main way is we're gonna get through it together with
love.
Right.
Yes.
So I think man, this has been a good show. How do you feel, babe?
I always feel good. We all touch on some points. I love that we go all around the world to come right back to the main point.
Yeah. Well, So hey, once again, I guess if that's it, our hearts and minds are clear. This will be a wrap for this episode here. Once again, this is Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. Coming back at you again. Hey, I guess we're going to be signing out.
Yeah, until next time.
Yeah. Once again, we are your hosts. I am Shep.
And I am Pendu.
And this was Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. Until next time.
All right, peace.
Peace.